Expectation damages rule scripts. The goal of expectation damages is to put the non-breaching party in the same position that it would be if the contract had been fully performed. Repeat, the goal of expectation damages is to do what? Put the non-breaching party in the same position that it would be if the contract had been fully performed. Remember, expectation damages is our standard measure of damages in contract law. How do we measure expectation damages? Loss in value, other loss, plus loss avoided, and costs avoided. So we add our loss in value plus other loss, we subtract loss avoided and costs avoided. Loss in value plus other loss minus costs avoided by not having to perform plus losses avoided. Okay, before we delve into expectation damages, we first must see if there has been a material breach. Before we can get a remedy, we must have a material breach. A material breach is, that's right, failure to substantially perform. Substantial performance is the standard. Failure to substantially perform is a material breach. It impairs the value of the contract, and it gives the aggrieved party the right to sue for a remedy. So before we award them expectation damages, let's make sure they have a material breach, a failure to substantially perform as promised that impairs the value of the contract. Okay, watch out that it's not a partial breach. If we just have a partial breach, then the other side still has to perform. Okay, expectation damages. The goal is, that's right, to put the non-breaching party in the same position as it would have been had the contract been fully performed. Expectation damages equal loss in value plus other loss minus loss avoided minus costs avoided. Okay, rule script number 2. Expectation damages must be proven with reasonable certainty. Expectation damages must be proven with what? That's right, reasonable certainty. Okay, so if we get expectation damages, there are a couple of things we need to look out for. New and unproven business record, like businesses. A new business may or may not be able to recover damages. You have to look in the facts to see if they can prove lost profits, because expectation damages must be proven with what? That's right, reasonable certainty. Okay, so how about unforeseeable consequential damages? These are the type of losses that arise, that flow from the breach. Consequential damages flow from the breach, so they are recoverable depending upon the circumstances. Okay, but our major rule for expectation damages is rule script number 1. The goal of expectation damages is to put the non-breaching party in the same economic position if it had the contract been fully performed as promised. Before we have award damages, we have to have a material breach, which is a failure to substantially perform. We have our expectation damages formula: loss in value, other loss, costs avoided, loss avoided. And expectation damages must be proven with, that's right, reasonable certainty. Couple little picky rules. Okay, we talked about new businesses. They have to be able to prove lost profits with reasonable certainty. How about construction contracts? You can easily calculate their expectation damages, but generally construction companies will get their lost profits plus costs. Finally, divisible contracts. if the contract is divisible into parts, each of which cost a certain amount, 12 garages each for $3,000. Then we have a divisible contract and payment is due upon completion of each item. So the completion of one part of the contract triggers the other side's duty to pay. And that is expectation damages.